Is it just a gimmick? New on Netflix, crime drama Kaleidoscope serves up episodes in any order. Netflix loves a new angle, something different that only a streamer can provide over a traditional broadcaster. But is this gimmick over story? This is a limited series of 8 episodes, so all the episodes tell one story. In this case, it's that one big set-you-up-for-life heist. But you don't get to see the episodes in order. It's a non-linear limited series. Do I care? And will you? Let's do this. Kaleidoscope is a crime drama and it has a stellar cast. Let's get into this non-linear thing. And why is it called Kaleidoscope? All the episodes are served up in any order, and each episode, rather than having a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, has a colour. So in chronological order, this is how it pans out. Violet, 24 years before the heist. Green, 7 years before the heist. Yellow, 6 weeks before the heist. Orange, 3 weeks before the heist. Blue, 5 days before the heist. White is the day of the heist. Red is the morning after the heist. And pink is 6 months after the heist. And for the maths majors amongst you, that means there are 40,320 unique combinations. That's 8 factorial. I've only watched 2 episodes, and the order has been coincidentally the same as quite a few other reviewers. Netflix showed me the yellow one first, which is 6 weeks before the heist, and the next one that I'm going to watch is green, which is 7 years before the heist. Do let me know your experience and what order you've been served up the episodes. Now, of course, that's one of the issues. Previously, non-linear projects like Bandersnatch have given the viewers the opportunity to influence the plot. You have a series of choices. Should you have cornflakes for breakfast or something else? Should you go left? Should you go right? It's a choice of plot twists. Kaleidoscope just serves up a different episode, and you have to ask yourself, why? Now, there's that usual draw that crime dramas use, find the clues. Well, any good crime thriller should give you clues, and everybody sits around in the room solving the puzzles at home. We watch as a family group, and you sort of say, I think this person did it, I think that person did it. The issue with this particular way of serving up the episodes is that unless you all sit round at home and watch the same episode, you can't compare notes. So if a friend of yours has seen the green episode and you've only seen the yellow episode, there's no conversation other than the fact there's a little bit of one-upmanship. I've seen the violet episode, you haven't. No. Well, incidentally, all the colours are part of the visible white light spectrum. So that means that in another kind of explanation given by the writers, until you've seen all the coloured versions of the show, you don't get to see the white episode, and the white episode is the actual heist. So we have that situation where you actually see a show that's the morning after the heist and one that's 6 months after the heist. I wonder how they're going to deal with that, telling us what happened during the heist, because inevitably one person got caught, somebody didn't. Did they share the money out equally? Did somebody rat on somebody else? All of that kind of stuff. I wonder how that's going to play out, and in a funny kind of way, I can't wait to find out. But is that because I'm interested in the way the technical part of the story is written and the way that it's all put together, or because I'm interested in the plot? That's the big question. It has got a great cast. Rufus Sewell plays the head of a security firm, Roger Salas, and it's the kind of security firm that commits crime to help stop or solve crime. Giancarlo Esposito is the leader of the gang, and the gang committed to the crime. Now, he's clearly a baddie. He's also on the side of the righteous. Like so many crime dramas nowadays, we actually empathise with the baddies. Now, the gang I didn't warm to. Remember, one has to empathise with the protagonist in my orphan warrior hero narrative journey. Well, the gang have issues, and they're not all endearing issues. But I have to say, Leo is growing on me. Other cast members include Tati Gabrielle. She's from the series 100, which is on the CW, which I loved. Rosaline Elabey is a wonderful Egyptian actor and writer, best known for playing a character called Sarah on the NBC series Quibble. I think the series is going to become Overcoming the monster being the Rufus Sewell organisation and character. The gang are going to be orphans for sure, but the empathy's not strong enough, as I don't think there's enough of the backstory because of the way the episodes are delivered. But there are suggestions that everybody in the gang has some kind of wrong that's been done to them, and that the heist will settle that wrong. Let's conclude, remembering I need to watch the entire series before being too judgmental. The show does have a great cast, although I did find some of the characters were a little bit shallow, and that's probably the need to actually explain the characters very, very quickly quickly. Maybe they were caricatures. Some of the scenes don't seem to move the story on terribly much. There was an ID parade in the Yellow episode, and it didn't tell me an awful lot. The action in Yellow is really quite good, but it took a while to get there. There was a lot of explaining that went on beforehand, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Is the gimmick of not serving up the episodes in order just a little bit too intrusive, a bit too much of a distraction? At the moment, I find myself thinking, why? Why are they doing it like this rather than just enjoying the plot? And I keep looking for kind of twists and turns, and also I can't influence the outcome. I just have to get what I'm given. Here's another point. Given the fact that episode 1 is always the most difficult part of any drama to get right, introducing the premise, introducing the characters, are we just going to get 7 episode 1s before we watch the White episode? And that's my point about the characters. They kind of almost have to be caricatures because you have to get to know them terribly quickly, and we can't get to know them 7 times over depending which episode you see first. It's pointless me watching the Yellow episode knowing who all the characters are, and then you watching the Green episode first and not knowing who anybody is. So they must have to explain it again. I am so interested to hear your thoughts, and I do always try and reply to them, but do comment below. Tell me what order you've seen the shows in. Tell me if you agree with what I've said or disagree. I'd just be really interested, and I do always try and respond. If you want to hear more about the inside workings of television, or maybe you're looking at a career in television, there's some more videos, and all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can get all of that right here, right now.